So we got Nate, we got Daniel, we got me and John on the phone. And this is Wheelie. It's a robot that follows you, but since we don't have GPS, we're using a remote to control it, right? As we talk to you in lab. Now if you press 2 on the remote, the wheels will go forward. That one goes forward. This one spins forward. And if you press 5, both wheels stop, as you can hear. And then you go press 8, they turn backwards. Okay, now if you go 5, it stops, right? 4 goes left, so it turns the right motor on, left one off. And if you press 5 or 6, then the left one turns on, the right one turns off. And also, we have a distance sensor.
So let's set it to go forward.
So if you set it to go forward, put your hand
5 inches in
5 inches, it stops. All right, and then here's the code. Let's see. Here it is. We have includes the IR remote library, initializes all the buttons and their respective hex codes, and it identifies the the distance sensor variables, duration and distance, initializes the receiver, all of that, defines the receiver pin, and we have the receiver pin, the decode, results output, coding there, and our setup for serial begin, printing the commands here. I'll show you that in a second. And then we also have our pin modes for each motor. So 13 and 12 are for the left motor, 11 and 10 are for the right motor, 8 and 7 are for the distance sensors. And in our loop, we have, of course, the remote coding, so receiver decode, output, if output value, and then it has that special code with the 2 equal signs, equals the hex code, 0xFFF, which is that hex code. And then we have the switch case code here. So if the case puts out, if the receiver is receiving this hex code from the remote, it goes forward. So it turns the left and the right motors on. And if it gets the code for stop, which is this one, all the motors will turn off, backwards, opposite as forward, right, of course, only turns on the left one, and the left one to go left, it only turns on the right motor. And here it has the coding for the distance sensor, the durations, distance equals duration there, and if the distance is less than 5, then all the motors turn off. And then it prints the distance too. Well, I think we still have to figure that out, but there we go. And so now if we plug this into the computer.
Oh, do you want to plug it in?
Yeah.
Good.
Then you go forward. And then stop. Okay, hold on. Tools, serial monitor. Go again. Forward. And the wheels go forward. And stop, backwards, stop, or that goes right, left, stop, forward. So it prints the commands on serial print. And then if you guys want to explain the wiring.
Okay, you could disconnect that now.
It's 4 minutes.
Okay, so we have our Arduino board, which is connected to this 9 volt to power it.
And then the motors are powered by this pack of batteries over here.
So we have, from our Arduino, we have 4 wires connecting to this motor board, which both connect to both of our motors so that they're independently turning.
We have the wires linked to the breadboard so it can connect to the Arduino and simplify the
We
circuits.
also have our IR receiver connected to our Arduino, and so that's mostly coded in there. And then we have 4 wires running from the front from our distance sensor to our Arduino to stop it in case something gets too close.
Their respective pins. right? And we have the breadboard here just because it makes everything more organized.
We have all our ground wires connected.
Ground wires, yep, to one line. And then
these are all powered by a 5-volt
right.
charge coming from this.
Yeah, because the batteries are connected to the motor board, the L298, right?
Yep.
And then from there, we're taking the 5-volt power source, going to the breadboard there to power the receiver and breadboard.
So basically, that's pretty much it
Yeah,
for our electrical construction.
Right.
Oh, wait, sensor out.
Is there anything else?
Yes, we want to show
You
you.
wanna
Wait, pause it, stop it.
Stop it.
And here it is functioning. Going forward.
Yeah, we're on carpet right now, so there's like extra friction, but
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, you get the basics.
Backward.
Okay. Stop and then go forward, but reverse the friction. So that's our project. That's Wheelie. So
There we
far
go.
for you.
That's Wheelie.